Yes, I am a dragon. What's up, guys? It is Mr. Mocha Caramel here, and today we have ourselves yet another vape talk. Now, this is one simple one. I'm sure there have been plenty of other videos about this and stuff like that. This topic is going to be about military. Um, it's just going to be kind of like a basically I'm just gonna rant. There's no really specific direction that I'm trying to go with this. It's more like people always ask me, how do I like it? What's the experience? What are my experiences? What to expect when joining? What to not do? What to do? Blah blah blah. More blah. So many questions have been thrown at me, and I'm going to try to answer them. Well, I don't even have a list of questions, but I'm gonna just answer like anything that I can remember that I've been asked. Corona Modelo, my favorite beers. No, it's not just because I'm Hispanic. I just like light beers, I guess. I mean, I fucks with Guinness, Bud Light, um, Yingling, Dos Equis, all that stuff. But anyway, let's get down to it. So if you watch my first video, you guys are aware that I am in the United States Chair Force. Clearly, because I'm sitting down. No? Shit. Okay. Anyway, military. First, foremost, obvious question: why did I join? So I was going to college. I was going to college back in New York. New York is originally where I'm from. Um, and I was going for the physical therapy assistance program. And did all the classes, did all the necessities, but I am a procrastinator. I did not look up when the deadline was for the application to join the program. So I messaged the lady. I was like, hey, what all do I need for this? And very rudely, well, not even rudely, it's just, you ever get those emails that people send you and you can just tell that they're just being a dick? But anyway, she sends me an email basically saying, oh, it might be too late for you. Maybe you should have looked into this earlier, but the deadline is this Friday. You need this, 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 this. I was like, okay, okay, all right, bet. So I was working for Sherwin Williams for a time. I was a paint delivery driver over there. I actually kind of liked it because I met some of the coolest people. Shouts out to Kyle and Alex. They were some of like the funniest, coolest people that I've ever met. Freaking, we basically did our deliveries and did whatever we had to do in the store. And whenever there was no customers in there, we just sit back and bullshit and stuff like that. So, I, my manager at the time, awesome guy, really cool to be around. He was, his name is Ted, by the way. He was manager at the time at another store, and then he came to my store, and that's when things got fun because Ted, Alex, Kyle, all of us, we just always had fun. I'm ranting. Anyway, I asked if I could have a week off for college purposes because I needed to go and do observation hours at an actual physical therapy office. And my drive was just proving this lady wrong that I couldn't do all this in a week. So I did all my hours. I went in every single day from like 7 in the morning all the way to like 4 in the afternoon or something like that. Like right when they opened to right when the last patient left. I was doing observation hours, taking notes, getting to know the patients, the procedures, all that stuff. And that was honestly like a really dope week because everybody in there was super cool. Some of the employees in there were very cool. I went to Peak Physical Therapy, which is like a pretty relaxed, like chill, like environment. Like if I ever had a broken leg, I would go there. I don't know how the other ones are, but that one specifically was great. Um, so I did all my observation hours. The patients there were also very cool, very open as to what happened, what they do, and all this other stuff. So it really helped me create a solid thing to write for my report. So did the report, did the observation hours, sent all that in Thursday. emailed the lady and handed in my application, everything like that. I wait, go to classes, hang out with friends, blah, 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 go to work. And then I get an email back saying, oh, well, thank you for your application, but unfortunately you didn't make the cut, blah, blah, blah. And then they were like, you can try again next semester. I was like, I'm already a couple thousand in school, like as far as money goes. So I'm like, I can't keep doing this. I'm not gonna, even though I know my parents would have helped me and given me the money, I'm not gonna put my parents through that because I just don't want to do that. I'm very stubborn. I like doing things on my own. Anyway, so after that, I started to look at other options. I looked into the military. Originally, I wanted to be a Marine because I like the physical aspects and all this other stuff. But my godfather, who was a Marine, as well as my father, who was Army, told me to look into the Air Force. They highly recommended it, great for school and all this other stuff. So I was like, okay, looked into it, took my ASVAB test, got a 96, opened up a big window of jobs for me, and my dad highly encouraged me to go into the computer field. Now, I didn't want to do that, but they didn't really have that many openings for medical, and if I wanted to go into the specific medical career field that I wanted, then I would have had to wait a very long time for an opening. And I honestly just didn't want to wait around back in my hometown and just do nothing. Like, people that stay forever in that hometown just get stuck and they don't really go anywhere. So I don't want to get stuck. So I decided to take the computer career field, and from there I went to basic training, which was in Texas. In my tech school, Mississippi. From there, Japan. So why did I join? Travel, serve my country, job stability, as well as helping me pay for school and stuff like that. Currently, I'm in, like I said in my last video, I'm in Ohio, and my job right now is basically telephones and stuff like that. It's not too bad so far. I mean, I just got here, so I wouldn't really know. But that's pretty much why I joined the military. Do I like it? Yes, because I'm a very closed off, shy person, and it kind of forces me to speak, get to know people, and stuff like that. Plus, I love traveling. I absolutely love it. My last base was in Okinawa, Japan, and I was there for 2 years, and my God, I have so many memories over there. It was, while I was over there, I went to mainland Japan, went all over Okinawa, went to Thailand, stopped in the Philippines for a very brief time, but it was okay, I guess. Didn't really get to see much. We stopped for fuel and then left that same day. Went to South Korea. The only one, God damn it, the only one I didn't get to go on was Australia, but I probably don't want to go to Australia anyway. Why? Because literally every single dangerous animal on the planet lives there for some reason. You got bull sharks, you got box jellyfish, you got bats the size of freaking dogs, you got alligators, freaking pythons in the toilet. What in the, why Australia? Like, why is there just a continent full of everything that can possibly kill you? So I don't know. Australia seems dope, but I just don't want to die, so whatever. I do want to go to Australia though. I'd risk it. I've seen pictures. I've heard stories. I'd risk it, honestly. Best time, honestly, was Thailand. If you ever go to Thailand, go to a place called Walking Street. I promise you, you will see some interesting things over there. That was a good time. I'm not going to get too into it right now because that'd be a whole nother video. So, what to expect in the military? Expect the unexpected. You never know when you're going to be deployed. You never know where you're going to go. You never know what your job is going to be like. The people are going to be like. So just expect the unexpected. But at the same time, try to make the most of it. Have a good time. You're going to be in places that you've never been. You're gonna see things that you've never seen before. You make it is what you make of it. A lot of people will sit in their apartment and do absolutely nothing, or their dorm and do absolutely nothing. Never explore, never do this, never do that. Even if I'm by myself, I still go out and do stuff. Like now that I'm in Ohio, I picked up longboarding or cruising, and I just go around, find neighborhoods, find hills and stuff like that. And I'm getting better at it, but as you can see, that hill kind of beat my ass. It's healing now, but when I first got it, it was like from here all the way to here. That was bad. What else? Military. Would I recommend it? Well, if you don't have a full ride in school and money's a little tight and you're looking for new experiences, the military is great for you. What branch you want to go into, that's completely up to you, honestly. If you want to be on a ship, do Navy if you want. I mean, they're not always on ships, but there are times when they're going to be on ships for months at a time. And personally, I can't do it because I found out the hard way that I get seasick. Went deep sea fishing with an ex of mine in Okinawa, and that was a great experience. Like, I had a really good time with her, but at the same time, it was one of my worst times because I got seasick the whole time. Even though I still caught two decent sized fish. She caught a couple too. We brought them back, got them filleted and stuff like that, and we cooked, and that was a good time. That was a really good time. That was probably one of like the best times that I've had with her. Worst time for me, but for us, like as a couple, that was a really good time. I had a lot of fun with her. I was tired by the end of the day. I could never do that again. It was so long. Fishing is cool, but not for that long. But anyway, what else? Does the military scare me? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it kind of does, because you never know where you're going to go. You never know what's going to pop off at the last minute. All that stuff about South Korea, and you never know what's going to happen. We could have been deployed at any minute while I was over in Japan. Hell, I could even get deployed even now at any second, and you just got to be ready for it. Rolling with the punches. You really have to learn to roll with the punches. Patience is another big thing you got to have, too, because not everything is going to be done like that. You got to route things up like through your leadership, stuff like that. Like if I want to take a little trip and go back to New York, where I'm from, to visit family, I gotta take leave and all this other stuff and blah blah blah. Route it up the chain and stuff like that. They could say no, you got other stuff to do, but hell, shit happens. What else? Maybe I should start making notes. That way I have like more structure. But whatever. I just do this based on what I think about it. Yeah, the military is honestly, it's treated me well. There have been ups and downs. There have been times where I regret joining. There have been times where I wish I didn't join. Big one I just thought of just now. Be ready to not be able to see family and friends for a while, depending on where you are. If you're on the other side of the planet, it makes communication very, very hard between family, friends, and if you have a relationship or a loved one, that'll really test to see how well you guys can do together as a couple, because that'll test everything about your relationship, because it's going to be very hard. If you're on the other side of the planet, sometimes communication can be rough. Sometimes planning to see each other can be rough. It costs, depending on what you go through, anywhere between like $1,500 to $2,000 to go back. For me, example, from Japan to New York and back to Japan. Costs a lot of money. So that's a big thing too. Is just be ready to not be able to see people that you love, But if you're one of those people that don't like their family, then hey, military is perfect, because shit, you'll be traveling all over the place. Travel opportunities is a big one. You can take leave And if you have all the paperwork and your leadership says you're good to go and you do all the stuff you do, like if you're not a DBA, which in the Air Force stands for dirtbag airman, douchebag airman, whatever you want to call them, then you can travel anywhere you want. And you have stability. You have medical benefits. You have educational benefits. You can get great deals with your bank because you're serving. USAA does great deals and stuff like that. You know, you get that little military discount when you go to the malls and stuff like that. So it has its perks, has its ups and downs. But for me, I think the ups outweigh the downs. You know, it's honestly, one of the best times I've ever had. Honestly, being shy, if I stood in Newburgh, I would have never seen Thailand. I would have never seen South Korea. Granted, South Korea, I was stuck on a base, but the little bit that I got to see, the very tiny bit that I got to see, it was worth it. I would have never seen mainland Japan. I'm a huge anime nerd. Going to mainland Japan, I got to go twice. Going to mainland Japan was like the dopest experience I've ever had. It was so cool. Seeing the birthplace of anime, Shonen Jump, all that stuff. It was amazing. Seeing how much, like, that's a norm over there. Like, here, it's like, it's like, oh, you're an anime nerd. But over in Japan, it's like a normal thing. You see people 5 times my age in these anime stores buying the figurines and the posters and the trading cards and the video games and this and that. It's definitely worth it. Anywhere you go, especially Japan, has something for you. You just have to find it, and you got to make the most of it. Like Ohio, for example, all the locals here tell me that there ain't shit to do over here, but I find little things to do. Skate around on my board, find places to go, stuff like that. So, my experiences in the military overall have been great. Honestly, I would recommend it to people. If they're on the fence about it, take your time, know what you want, because it is a commitment. I signed for 4 years, but they have a 6-year for the Air Force option as well. If you get 6 years, you will come in after basic training with 2 stripes automatically. I signed for 4, but I started with 1 stripe because I had college credits. And then from there, you'll meet new people, you'll make friends, you'll see things, eat certain foods, experience different things that nobody has experienced before. We are the 1%, as they like to say. Last time I checked, it probably increased or decreased by now, but the Air Force had like 300,000 members. Out of the entire United States, that's very small. So yeah, we are the 1%, and I am proud to say that I am in the military. Even though some people might not agree with stuff that happens overseas, personally, I am proud of what I do, what I've accomplished, who I've met, and just the things that I've seen in general. So that's pretty much my take on the military. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, just post them down in the comments below. I'll respond and answer them. If you guys have any other ideas for vape talks for me, leave a comment, tell your friends, like, subscribe, hit that little bell, because I do try to post every single day and try to address anything that other people might have. Probably gonna start making maybe little notes for me, just so I can review certain things to go over, because this one was all over the place. I'm sitting at goddamn 19 minutes right now, so yeah, a little long for some people, but hey, whatever. So like I said, just let me know, and I will see you guys on the next Vape Talk.